Welcome! Today I am going to be showing you how to clear a head lice infestation using our amazing Nitty Gritty NitFree comb. This is a 100% natural head lice solution, so no need to put any nasty chemicals on your children's heads. The Nitty Gritty NitFree comb will remove absolutely everything from the hair, from the live head lice crawling around to the tiniest unhatched eggs, which get glued to the hair strands and are usually left behind when using a regular nit comb or an over-the-counter treatment. And what a lot of people don't realise is that the eggs are the true cause of repeated infestations. So you work really hard to clear an infestation, only to leave a few little eggs behind, which then hatch out, start breeding again, and a week or two you are right back to where you started. Which is why so often parents feel like they are in this constant cycle of battling head lice. But there truly is no need for that. When using the Nitty Gritty NitFree comb, it has these incredible micro spiral teeth that are designed to remove everything all in one go, no fuss, no drama, and that's what you want. And what's even better is that one comb can be used on an entire family. So you can use it just with ordinary hair conditioner, or for best results, we recommend using it with our amazing Nitty Gritty aromatherapy head lice solution, which is 100% natural. It's a carefully selected blend of essential oils, and it just works brilliantly with the comb. So it not only allows the comb to glide effortlessly through the hair, but the oil-based solution will immobilize the lice. So it makes it really hard for the lice to move around. So once you've sectioned the hair, they can't just move from one section to the other. So once you've cleared a section, you know that it's clear and no lice have crawled back onto it. The other thing that it does is it loosens up the glue on those pesky little eggs. And that's, really, really important that you get those eggs out. So you'll apply it, you'll leave it for 20 minutes, and then you'll start combing, and it will just ensure that all those eggs come out with our comb. So, and also another benefit of it, because it's clear, you can actually see what you're getting out on the comb, which not everybody wants to see, but some of us do. So just a little tip, as you go along, once you do each stroke, make sure you're just clearing the comb. So you can either work by the sink, and if you just do this with your nail, just run it along the teeth, that will just open up the teeth. I do it under a tap and it just puts everything down the drain. Or you can just have some tissue next to you, wipe it, chuck the tissue in the bin or down the toilet. Or if you can't, you can have a bowl of water next to you and just do the same thing, and that will clear it. So just do that every so often. But once a lice has detached from the hair, it cannot reattach. So don't worry too much. Don't get stressed about that. So let's get started. So firstly, you want to brush out any tangles from the hair, just to make sure that the comb glides really nicely through it. So just comb out any tangles, and then you're going to apply your solution. You want to apply it all over and leave it for 20 minutes. So you want to saturate the hair. So again, just comb it through, make sure it's completely saturated the hair from root to tip. The comb is completely ineffective on dry hair. It needs to be saturated. So if you're not using our aromatherapy head lice solution, just use conditioner. That will be absolutely fine, but make sure that the hair is saturated. So while you wait your 20 minutes, you can section the hair into 4 sections. It just makes it easier to work meticulously around the head. I do one from the tip of the head to the nape of the neck, and then one from ear to ear, the back of the ear, from there to there. Just working in 4 sections. Working in 4 sections will allow you to know that you've done every single section of the head. You can just be meticulous. Know that you haven't missed anything. It's really important to get everything out. If you leave one egg behind, like I said, you'll be right back to where you started. Right, so now we're ready to start combing with our NitFree comb. So what you want to do is just take a small section like that. Just get the rest out of the way. You can always just apply, if you just see you want a little bit more in the roots or something, that's fine. Just pop a little bit more. A little goes a long way. And actually, if you just comb it through first, always just make sure you've got no tangles. So now you get your Nitty Gritty NitFree comb and you just start right at the scalp and you go all the way down. Look how easily that goes down. You can come in from different angles if you want, from the side, from underneath, and just come through a couple of times. Now, there are a few spots that are worth knowing about where head lice really like to lay their eggs. Behind the ears, the nape of the neck, and the crown. These are what I call the hot spots. So they are just worth paying a little bit of extra attention in these areas when you're combing through. So just bring down another bit of hair. Do you get slightly oily hands when you do this? But it smells divine. And it leaves the hair so shiny and gorgeous afterwards. So you can just add that hair to the hair below because it's lice free now underneath, so you don't need to worry about doing it separately. So again, just get in at the scalp and bring it all the way down. Just like that, so easy. Go through it a couple of times and make sure you're getting rid of whatever's coming out. Through. And her hair is actually really curly. You wouldn't know it, but her hair is really curly. So you can actually see it goes through beautifully on curly hair. No problem at all. She's got thick curly hair. There we go. And that section is all done. You now just move meticulously around the head, and it's as simple as that. So there we have it. It's as easy as that. You can now be confident that you've got everything out of the hair if you follow that technique. You shouldn't need to do it again, although some people do like to do it again 4 to 5 days later, just to be extra sure. But really, there is no need for a second combing unless you find any evidence of any live lice in the hair, or if you can see any eggs. We recommend to make checking for head lice part of your daily hair care routine with your children. So when you're doing their hair each morning before nursery or school, just simply have a little look for evidence of eggs or lice. You know, I told you about those hot spots behind the ears, nape of the neck, crown of the head. And if you know what you're looking for, it's really quite easy. The eggs can be as small as a pinprick. They're sort of brownish in colour, and they glue themselves to the hair strand. So if you're unsure if it's an egg or not, try to pull it out with your fingers. If it doesn't come out with your fingers, it is most likely an egg. Use your nails, and if you can pull it out, then yeah, that's probably an egg. So they will be very, very close to the scalp, because that's where head lice like to lay their eggs, because it's nice and warm there and they're next to their food source. But if you find the white casings further down the hair, that is empty eggshells. So yeah, like I said, that's all done, and you know, it really probably took us about, well, you know, once we'd sectioned off the hair and everything, probably took about 10 minutes. And I've used about that much of the oil, so about a third of the bottle. A little does go a long way. Once you've got it on and just wiped it down, a little goes a long way. So on really long hair like that, a third of the bottle, that bottle would probably do a family of four applications. And so you're all done. You can be confident you've got everything out. So now you can just simply wash this out as normal. Just use shampoo. It is an oil base, so sometimes you might want to do 2 shampoos just to be extra sure, because you don't want the hair to be oily the next day. But honestly, if you wash it out properly, it will leave your hair in such gorgeous condition because of all those essential oils. So it'll be nice and shiny and glossy the next day. Yeah, so that's everything you need to know. And lastly, I will just show you our Nitty Gritty Conditioning Defense Spray. This now is fantastic for keeping head lice away. You've gone to this effort, you've got rid of the head lice, so now you don't want to send your child back to school only to have them come home with head lice next week. So basically, this is a blend of essential oils that smell gorgeous to us, but not gorgeous to head lice. They don't like the smell. So when they're looking for a new host, and if your child's playing next to a child who has head lice, and those head lice are thinking of crawling over to your child's head, they're going to smell this and be like, no, no thank you, and they're just going to stay put. So introduce this as part of your child's daily hair care routine. Just literally a few spritz like that onto dry hair every morning after you've brushed it and plaited it, and just spritz that on before nursery or school, or on weekends if you've got birthday parties or any other social gatherings where you know your children are going to be in close contact with other children. Just spritz it on every morning and it will keep your children head lice free. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful.